Hi guys, this is Ratchet Throw, and we are playing Criminal Case. Mysteries of the Past. Case, which one is it? Oh dear, Case 47. Let's go for the Case 47. This district has now become investigating more about Griffin Sanctuary. Well, it looks like that new commissioner. Damn, I begin to understand why they put the Grim in Grim Chapel. Spooky murders and bizarre disappearances seem to be an everyday occurrence in this eerie place. Our grievous discovery so far has been Griffin Sanctuary, where murder is the only escape from being lobotomized. And where an allegedly sane Faith Woodford was locked up simply because her family deemed her an embarrassment. We don't know what other shady goings on are happening at the asylum, but I can't help but wonder whether the Rochester family is involved. After all, the devil did say the Rochester have plenty more nefarious sheets at play in Grim Chapel. The Griffin staff has been tight lips so far, but we heard most of them stay at the nearby Claver Hotel. We should head there and see what we can find out. Katrina, did I hear you mention the Claver Hotel? We just had reports of a murder there. A murder? Then all the more reason to go to the Claver at once. That's right. Are you the detective folk? I'm One-Eyed Jill, the bartender at this here hotel. I'm the one who found the body. Okay. I heard the Admiral screaming blue murder in room 237 until he saw it to get away. He was alone and dead by the time I got there. So the body's still in the room. Katia, we need to get there straight away. Bathroom. Okay. Alright, this scenery somehow reminds me of Slender Woods, of that mansion hallway. But thankfully Slender couldn't enter the mansion. Alright, he screamed, and how did he die? That face also looks like he was poisoned. That must be why he was screaming. Oh, that's not a pocket watch. There it is. Well, the Admiral's certainly dead, alright, Katria? Oh, it's not the commissioner that I knew, so it's an admiral. I can't see any discernible wound on his body, although the abject look of terror in his face certainly indicates signs of distress. Hopefully they can shed more light on how the admiral died. I see you also picked up this broken painting, Katria. Let's put it back together and see if it provides any further clues. And I agree, another conversation with One-Eyed Jill, the hotel bartender who heard the victim being attacked, is paramount. Okay, she looks creepy already. Well, because she's one-eyed. And something else seems to be creepy on her. Let's check out why this guy's face is a bit weird. What happened? How did he die? Katera, latest victims made me think twice about playing pranks on people. I'm scared I'll kill them. Why is that you're saying, Dick? The Admiral was frightened to death. How's that possible? Frightened to death? I didn't think that was possible. Well, in an individual of sound mind and body, I would agree. However, my autopsy of the victim showed not only that he had a weak heart, but also that he'd been drugged with a hallucinogenic substance. This drug would have made the Admiral see everything in a distorted fashion, while also amplifying his fears. The mind-bending composite also caused the Admiral to have a heart attack and die when he saw whatever frightened him. What a scaremongering murder. Did you happen to find out anything else about our killer? Well, this hallucinogenic substance was a unique chemical concoction, the likes of which I have never seen. Which means your killer created the drug themselves. You're therefore looking for an individual with a sound knowledge of pharmacology. The killer may have pharmaceutical skills, but they'll be no match for your crime-solving prowess, Katria. So the fright killed you. That's the first time we have him as a murder weapon that he was scared to death. But how was he scared? What caused him? Who played a prank on him and how did he get scared? Plus hallucinations. Ah, it's a picture of a ship. The dedication of this painting restored race to the Admiral's superlative charms of eternity G. Stravinsky. Oh, it's the director of the Griffin Sanctuary. G. Stravinsky, you're right, this must be Gregory Stravinsky, director of Griffin Sanctuary. Yeah, I think he's gonna have a lot of explaining to do now after first about Dr. Blackmore and now about our previous case. We recently met Mr. Stravinsky while solving the murder of one of the asylum's doctors. They both had rather unconventional ideas on how to treat their patients. The description indicates Mr. Stravinsky was good friends with our victim. We had better pass on the news of his best friend's demise. We'll see if you're best friends or not, because you guys are weird. And the first weird guy comes, or weird woman, one-eyed Jill. Jill, have you heard noises coming from the Admiral's room? Did you also happen to see anything or anyone before you entered his room? Can't say I did, my eyesight ain't the best. Of course. And is there anything you can tell us about the victim? The Admiral was one of the permanent residents at the Claiborne. He reminded me of when this Hero Hotel was all swanky. I've served Broadway stars. Hell, even the old king and queen, don't you know? Admiral Oak had his strange ways, like hanging around a hotel bar despite never touching a drop of alcohol, but he was a harmless old fella. So the Admiral enjoys spending time in this bar. In that case, Spectre and I shall take your leave to have a look around. Yeah, we need to switch your bar now. Alright, now another creepy suspect. You again, Spectre? Can't I be left in peace in my own home? Home? Do you mean to say you're living at this hotel, Mr. Stravinsky? Indeed, I'm one of the many grievous staff who consider the Claiborne a humble abode, although I'm the only one with a grand suit, of course. Mr. Stravinsky, I'm afraid we have some sad news to impart. Admiral Oak was found murdered in his bathroom earlier. We believe the Admiral's been murdered? How could this be? That's what we were trying to determine, since you knew the victim rather well. Oh, I know all this since we were young whippersnappers, chasing everything in a skirt. Those were the days. When both of us staying in this hotel, it was just like old times again. Is there anyone you know that wanted to harm the Admiral? Oh no, all he was a gentle beast. He wouldn't have hurt a fly. Oh, what a tragedy he's gone. Well, he's an Admiral, wouldn't he... I don't know. If he's an Admiral, then he wouldn't be afraid at all, so... That's why the killer needed that drug. I don't know what I wanted to say. There, a piece of paper in his typewriter picked up his title, The Admiral. This must pertain to our victim. The rest of the text is unreadable. Let's hope your Dusty Kid can help. And I agree, a survey tray is always worth looking through. Let's get to it. Okay. Alright, now this hallway in the picture of the chapter now more reminds me of Resident Evil. I don't know why. Oh, the first ever Resident Evil, so... The creepy mansion. The Admiral was a poor... Yeah, the time to read the text in your account seems to be a detailed description of the victim. Listen to this. The Admiral was a portly chap, a domineering presence. His voice boomed across the room. He continues, reminiscent of the cannons he had deployed countless times against the marauding enemies of the ships he once captained. Whoever wrote this description was clearly very interested in the victim. But why? You're right, it is our best bet at revealing the author of this in-depth character analysis. Well, that looks like somebody who is a psychiatrist, right? I don't know, it seemed to be like that. And we are investigating the Griffin Sanctuary staff, so why not? Come on, where are you? What am I looking for? Oh, the keys. Alright, just one key. Room 238. Huh, you found a rookie, the serving tray. Oh, you're right, this key is for room 238, right next door to our victim's room. We have to figure out who resides in room 238. I surely have no trouble deciphering the name of that key, Katria. Okay. see who was staying there. Go Kabuto. Oh, Kabuto. What was I thinking? Initial and then the last name. And I saw somebody by the name of Kabuto, so this hotel key belongs to a certain Kabuto. Ah yes, Giorgio Kabuto is a Greek chapel historian. We met him a couple of times, most probably did the real investigation into the murder of Aubrey Miller. Well, Mr. Kabuto has been sleeping right next door to our victim. We definitely need to talk to him. I think he's also creepy. He looks creepy and just looks creepy. It's like, yeah, marvelous to see you again. Come, enjoy my favorite corpse revival cocktail with me. Really? That name of the cocktail? No. It does look delicious, but maybe another time, Mr. Kabuto. What brings you to this hotel? The Claver is steeped in legends, but yeah, I come here to immerse myself in the hotel's ambience while I pen my account of this historic milieu. Talking about ambience, the man in the room next to yours, Admiral Oak, was murdered a short while ago. Did you hear or see anything? I'm afraid not. I'm in a hotel bar since this morning. But let me tell you about another murder that took place at the hotel. The very bar we're in, Mad Jack's, was named after the killer in that historic case. And maybe another time, Mr. Kabuto, we'll call you again if we need you. Enjoy your stay at the hotel. Well, if you were in your room all the time and you were next to our victim's room, how did you not hear the screaming? Weird. Let's check out this description of Admiral. Who wrote it? This piece of prose is possibly the most exciting thing you ever sent me. Ever. Oh, Evie, do tell us why a paragraph of typewritten text got you tickled pink. This notes on the victim on the muses of none other than Johnny Torrance. Johnny who? Don't tell me you've never heard of Johnny Torrance. I don't know him, sorry. Why, Mr. Torrance, only the greatest writer alive. I recognize his piercing prose and fury wit anywhere. He's always passed so many genres. How I wish I could write like him. Well, however talented a writer this Johnny Torrance is, he certainly spent quite some time analyzing our victim. Let's have one with him, Katia. Okay. What's that description of Admiral supposed to be for? For your book? Scorching? No. Blistering? No, that's still not quite right. Mr. Torrance? Oh, I'm sorry, I was on a quest for the optimal adjective. A long and treacherous journey. I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. You must know I got writer's block in spades. I came to this hotel in the hopes that some peace and solitude would get my creative juices flowing again. Mr. Torrance, Bacteria, and I are here to investigate the murder and... Oh yes, the unfortunate Admiral. I heard he'd been prematurely expunged from this world. If I had your detailed description of the Admiral, you seem to have gotten quite close to him during your time here. Oh, I didn't know the Admiral at all. My literary portrait of him was simply conjecture. I imagine not the personalities of anyone interesting I see. It's a shame I never actually got to speak to the old chap while he was alive. He seemed fascinating. Well, please stay in the hotel, Mr. Torrance, as we may need to ask you some further questions. Writer's block. Jeez. Today I wanted to investigate the Claver Hotel because of its connection with Griffin's sanctuary, but we are waylaid by the most bizarre of murders. Admiral Oliver Oak was, to put it simply, frightened to death. But by what? What we do know is that the Admiral was made to take a hallucinogenic drug that rendered him delusional and caused him to have a fatal heart attack. Our list of suspects so far includes hotel bartender One-Eyed Jill, who seems as old as the hotel itself, and asylum director Gregory Stravinsky, the victim's best friend. We also have author Johnny Torrance, who showed a keen interest in the Admiral's character, and historian Giorgio Kabuto, who was staying right next door to the victim. Who's doing that? Could any of them have had reason to kill... Katia, did you hear that? Ooh, I'm hearing it. Ah, what the devil is that? Oh, it could be a wolf then. werewolf. If I'm... Or just a wolf, regular wolf. Or just a dog. If you say, oh, something. Something it is. Alright, we're gonna stop here. We're gonna continue playing chapter 2. So, thank you for watching. Don't you like this video? I'll see you again. Goodbye!